Everyone is doing really well. Hey guys, my name is Tony. If you watch this later, please remember this is a live video. So this is unscripted, unvarnished, unfiltered. You're not going to hear cuss words. I promise you. Uh, but the reason why I'm saying that is if my wife, you hear my wife in the background, hey Tony, what are you doing? Or kid knocks on the door, hey dad. Just remember, guys, this is a live video, so anything can happen and will happen. If my espresso machine turns into the flux capacitor and travels back in time, it's gonna happen. My port filter blows up in my face. It could happen. I'm just saying. Just remember, this is live, guys. Show me some grace. Anyway, guys, hey, my name's Tony. You're watching Faith and Coffee Bean. I am a total coffee geek in every single way. There's just no other way to say it, y'all. I really enjoy making espresso at home. This is my passion. Let me go ahead and turn on my new GaggiMate. Okay. Um, y'all, if you haven't already, go check out my video that I did with the GaggiMate doing the install. I made basically three videos on kind of my journey and putting it all together. And I kind of did that, guys. I wasn't trying to build like a this is how you do it type of guide, because they've done that perfectly on their site, and that's what the Discord forum is really for. Is for you guys to connect with them. Hey, Alexis, how's it going, brother? That's kind of the thing. It's not to take away or anything like that, but I just kind of wanted to document, like I said, my journey with it. That was kind of the main goal. I'm realizing, trying to find something here. Goodness gracious. I just had the phone that I put on the side that I just was looking for. Maybe I'll use a different one. Let me grab my phone here in just a moment because I it's turning on and I want to make sure that I had the phone so I could uh, do the fun gizmos and gadgets. Guys, I actually installed or downloaded some of the profiles. Let me go ahead and activate it so we could get the temperature going. Um, and then I'm going to figure out what I just did with my phone, my other phone. All right, give me one sec here. Bummer. If I've misplaced this is, I mean, it's okay. We'll still be able to do everything. I'll grab another phone or something. Uh, Cracks me up. This is what happens when you do these live shows. You kind of do goofy stuff. And needless to say, I am the king of goofy. Oh my goodness. Well, whatever. I'll find it later, and I will use a different device or something. So let me go ahead and just get started here, guys. Okay. So I installed the GaggiMate, and you guys, I'm telling you right now, this is one of the best upgrades, period, I've ever done to anything when it comes to espresso. If any of you are on the fence, this is my major advice I'm going to give to you, okay? It's not for the faint of heart. Definitely not for the faint of heart. This is one of those where um, you're going to have problems. And I don't say that in a weird way. Think about it if you were installing, I know I've said this before, like a custom like manifold or something onto a car, or you were putting in a new computer into a new car. That's basically what you're doing. You're really installing this really cool advanced piece of hardware, and it's a prototype, y'all. Uh, it's a prototype. So that's kind of the crazy part about it all. I think if I had any advice, if I could go back in time and give myself some advice, I would say expect for something to go wrong. And I don't mean that in like a bad way. I'm just saying that, like expect it. Because the thing is, I think what I'm afraid of, the only thing I'm afraid of is someone purchasing it and then not realizing how much work it's going to take and effort. And it's really one of those things where you gotta really want to do it, because it's going to be interesting. There's just no other way to say it. But I am so happy I did it. I don't say that to scare anyone away. I just say that because you really want to make sure that you're willing to take apart your machine. Clearly, guys, I'm a geek. I hope you all really like the paint job. I am really happy with it. Everything's been looking really, really good. So I'm kind of doing all these different upgrades. I got the wood knob on here. I got the wood side panels. Y'all, the Gaggia Classic Pro is just a great platform to do all this stuff with. So really, really cool. So let me go ahead. Let's let's brew some coffee. I just kind of want to show you guys how like basically I'm gonna do some profiles and all that. Um, I think I found another phone here that I have laying on the side. So let me get that pulled up and log into the GaggiMate. And then I'm going to show you guys. This isn't the bigger, it's a smaller screen, but at least I could kind of show you guys without being too crazy. So the cool thing about how this works, okay, is that it interfaces with your mobile device. Okay. The UI is kind of built in where you go to a local, like basically GaggiMate.local, and it pulls up, it literally dials in your Wi-Fi and it will dial into your actual device. And it's super easy. It's not like you're logging in because this is all on your personal network. So as long as your device is on your Wi-Fi, you're basically able to do this. I'm just gonna bring this in a little bit closer so y'all can see it. Oh, don't want to miss. There we go. My knob's in the way. Ah, no. Okay. So anyway, here is how it basically interfaces with this device here. So it's really wild to me. It's so cool. So I'm gonna go ahead. Let's flush this because what happens is there's a transducer that has like a little kind of like you know um, I guess like a reservoir of water. It's just really a tube. And when you use a Gaggiamate, you really need to do the flushing because that water just seems stagnant. And there's a lot of other machines, like dual boiler style machines where you would do a flush anyway. And honestly, it's a better. Oh, I just realized something. Bummer. Goodness gracious. I just realized I had coffee in my porter filter. Oh my goodness. That's embarrassing. So I wasn't flushing fresh water. I was flushing uh through an old puck. Oh my goodness. Hey, anyone want some nasty coffee? Disgusting. Hey guys, this is what I said. These lives are nuts. I'm always gonna do some crazy junk here. This isn't a polished video. I don't really do polished videos anyway, but oh my goodness. I always try to give you all the real experience. If I make mistakes, I'm not afraid of showing them to y'all because the truth is, I'm not a paid professional. I am not a certified barista. Back in my day, that wasn't even like a thing people talked about, at least here in the States, too much. When I worked in a cafe in college, yeah, my certification was having my manager tell me what to do and shadowing my manager. I have mad respect for other parts of the world where there is certification, and I do understand that. I think that's super important. I joke around with my son a lot too. When the reason why I call this channel Faith and Coffee Bean is because when I started kind of in the coffee world, I was going to seminary, and I was going. I went to a non-denominational church, and I was very independent to a big church out in California, and they don't even like. It's just funny. They're very much like hippie people, fly by the seat of your pants, and you go do things. So I always joke around. In my day job, I work in the insurance business, and it's all about certifications and licenses and all that stuff. And it's totally different. Back then it was like, hey, I'm this, and just go do it. And that's kind of what my little barista experience was like. Hey, just start slinging coffee in a cafe and talking to people. So, that's kind of the thing. I love watching folks like Lance and James, and I love watching Hans Coffee and what he does, because those are the pros, and I dig it, and I learned so much from them. Me, I'm the bumbling idiot who's going to mess up a couple times, and I don't mind showing you all. All right, guys. So let's go ahead and let's brew some coffee first. I just kind of wanted to show you guys some of the profiles. Again, you might have already watched the video, but you know, and I'm also, this is super new to me, so I'm definitely experimenting. I'm going to be using my Turret, okay, D, CF64 version V. And guys, I'm telling you right now, I will make a full video on this real soon, but the first one I'm going to make a video on is the DF64. I've got a big DF64 video planned out. I want to talk a little bit about the history. There's a bajillion DF64 videos out there, guys, but I kind of want to get in the history and talk about why it's important and why that particular grinder has kind of been the king of home baristas and why. So I'm going to do the DF64 version 2. So it's the version 2, it's the updated one. Big thank you to Espresso Outlet for sending that. I'm going to be doing that video, and I'll be doing a full video on this bad boy here. And then we'll be putting them together head to head. We're going to do battle royale versus which one's the best. Because I think a lot of folks, when it comes to these particular grinders, those are the two grinders are kind of trying to figure out which one should you get. So I think I already know the answer for me, but I definitely want to put the king out. And then in that video, I will definitely put my DF64s next to my Chardor 64s. Okay. Because I think that's another big question I've been getting a ton. I've been getting a lot of folks asking, hey, why do you need a DF grinder when you already have the Chardors? You know, that's a legitimate question. So I think that's one that I'm definitely going to cover in that kind of the showdown video kind of at the end. I do have a new espresso machine that I just got. It's a brand new company. It's an all-in-one machine with they call it a dual boiler, and technically it is. It uses two thermal pumps, and it kind of reminds me of like a Breville. So like one of the high-end Brevils. That's what it kind of reminds me of. I would call it budget in comparison to the price of a Breville, but it actually does separate heating for the steam and for the actual brewing and stuff. So it's pretty wild. So I'm pretty stoked to see that how that machine does, and so definitely look for that. And then I got um, my Outen still have to do, and I'm going to do my Super 58 because I've been getting a lot of questions about that. Anyway, that's what I have on plan. But guys, what profile should I pick? That's the big question. So let me go ahead and show you. I'm gonna try to bring this as close as possible. I said I don't want to scratch my new paint job. There we go. Let's see here if I can maneuver this. Yeah, I'm gonna do my best. Oh yeah, you want me to do that? I just tried that out this morning. Uh Man, I'm being goofy right now. Just trying to get this in the angle here. Ah, trying too hard, guys. Here, let's just make it simple. Let's make it simple. Okay. You got it. You got it, my friend. Okay, so I actually think I already had that pulled up. So I tried it this morning for the first time. This is and I could be saying the name wrong. Uh Cremina lever machine. And I'm telling you guys, this was one of the best tasting espressos I've ever pulled at home. So I'm really excited. I'm glad you asked for that one because I was literally just thinking, oh man, I should try that again. I'm gonna use the same beans I did before. Guys, I've been going through some Kimbo beans. So let's go ahead and get those going. But yeah, so just to kind of show you here, if you go to profiles, it's already preloaded with profiles. I've downloaded a couple profiles that I'm going to see if I can upload with you guys today because I've never tried that before. So here are the profiles: adaptive version 2, 9 bar espresso. There's a bag flush, which you need, the Cremina, and then Demians. LM, I would think would be like a lever, LVA. So I think I'm pretty sure it's another lever. So someone has kind of a Lance soup recipe profile, and I'm gonna try that at some point too, because that's what cracks me up because Lance has been talking about soup and sprovers and making big giant shots of coffee for a really long time, and it just kind of cracks me up because I don't know if it's like something in the air where people start, oh, soup, I got to do this. Let's talk about it, and I've done it too. But I remember I've been watching Lance for a little over 2 years, and I remember when he first started talking about it. And I would watch, guys. I watched Lance and James, and I didn't even have a true espresso machine at home. Uh, I was, I had a pod machine, and I would just geek out about all this stuff. And that's when my wife was like, "Dude, what are you doing? Like, stop watching this stuff without going out and making espresso." But yeah, I know he's been talking about it for a while. All right, I'm gonna go with about 17 and a half on this one. I want a little bit of room in the head, just a bit. So, okay. Someone put a comment the other day. They're like, "You and trying to get the exact amount of coffee makes me laugh." And it kind of blew my mind, that comment, because I was thinking, it's a recipe. Like that's the whole point of the scale. Like that's everything. You gotta kind of have to do that. So that's the whole point. All right. But yeah, it just cracks me up, because I feel like that's everybody's talking about soup, 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 soup. I don't know if you guys watch his unfiltered live streams, but oh man, they're hilarious. He cracks me up. I really think not only is he a smart guy, but he's funny. But he was talking about it. He gets all like phonetic and like into it, like a mad scientist. And I'm just like, preach it, man. I like when people talk about experimenting with coffee. I'm all about traditions, and I do think that traditions are very important. But I do really feel that innovation and experimentation is how we even got espresso to begin with. You think about someone like, the godfathers of espresso making espresso machines. I'm sure when they started making espresso the way they did, and it was different, people thought, "What is this?" And that's how innovation happens. So I'm down with that. I'm cool with that. I like to try stuff. I don't like stagnant things. So it's cool when people talk about that kind of thing. Oh, goodness. Went to the Discord. Let's get back. There we go. Yes. All right. So let's do some puck prep. We got our coffee here. And I did get this new portafilter handle from Ollie. I've mentioned this before, guys. For little things, Ollie Express has been awesome. For big stuff, I've had issues. It does match my wood panels on the side. It's my little shorty. I find this very handy because I don't have a lot of room here in my coffee corner. So that's kind of a thing. The lack of space is definitely real. So I do like the shorty. I got too many handles, guys, but the shorty's cool. It's my first one. Never had a little shorty handle like that before. Okay. Alrighty. And I'm going to use my Cafe Sing. I did get a comment the other day too about with Cafe Sing. Someone was mentioning there was a design that uh, they thought was kind of stolen. Um, Here's the thing, guys. A lot of these companies all use the same OEM folks. So it's like they kind of order some of the gear. And I'm not saying they did with this or they did it all. I don't know. But it's like they order it out of a catalog or there's a supplier that provides certain things. And the reason why I mention that, um, this, I think I always like representing and talking about brands. And I really, it matters to me when somebody designs something. But I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about here. If I don't make a mess doing it, because I got a bajillion portafilters here on the side. Oh my goodness. My water was literally resting in this portafilter. So this is the portafilter they were kind of talking about. Um, so this portafilter is really awesome. It's an E61 portafilter. I did a review video on it. I didn't know this at the time, but was actually called the Lucifer. For a former pastor, they were like, "Whoa, aren't you Faith and Coffee Bean?" First off, no name has power over me. I'm confident in my faith and all that good stuff. So it doesn't really matter. Names are names. It could have been, Billy Bob Thornton, the Billy Bob Thornton edition, when it mattered. Bob's Big Boy. But this actual portafilter, ICAP basically sells the exact same one. And I really like ICAP. And I really like all these other folks. But I have noticed that more and more that I kind of get different gear, a lot of it sometimes has some of the same origins. I think that's where some of the not issue, but some of that comes from. It's coming from the same places. They're like brothers. So anyway, just saying, you know, something to think about. I I I I literally grew up with an artist background. My mother-in-law was a Disney artist. She actually sculpted for Disney and made toys. And I don't really talk about this too much, but my mother-in-law made Star Wars toys. So some of the Star Wars action figures that I played with as a kid, when I married my wife, my mother-in-law showed me literally the prototypes. And she worked for Kenner and all those guys, and she worked actually for Lucasfilm. There's her designs. She designed some of the sculptures for like Boba Fett, like sculptures that were being sold. And anyway, I have a really big love and respect for people that do art, and I don't think art should be imitated or stolen. But from a business perspective, a lot of these folks they swim in the same pond. Let's put it that way. All right, guys, I'm talking too much here. Let's pull this lever shot. Let me show you guys a little bit of the whole action and how this is working. So I got the Cremina level machine. Again, I'm probably butchering that name. I'm sorry. Let's pull this first shot. It's all pre-programmed. It's grind by weight. I have my dye fluid scale right there as well. So that is awesome. So let's go ahead and just do this. There we go. Let's hit play. Nice. So here is the gauge up top. Okay. And it's going through its pressure profile. Let's pull this up a little bit here so you can see it over there. And it's literally mimicking a lever machine right now. And you can see it live here. Isn't that cool? I love how the light shows the water. And it's like the kind of the pulsating. It's at 23.2 grams. And it's descending now. It's at 5.5 bars, heading to 36. We're at 57 seconds right now. Do we have, oh, it's done. So it's finished over here. Let's go ahead and give this a taste, guys. Okay, so I did this exact profile a little bit earlier, and I'm telling you, it was delicious, muy delicioso, like just amazing, blew my mind. Because I've never had a chance to try something like this before. Uh, anyway, let me show you guys. Okay, so let's pull up the refractometer. Okay, look at that, nice crema, not too much. This Kimbo is a little old, I think. This is what happens when you buy the commodity style. That's why I always get your stuff from a local roaster. I teach myself that every day. If I had more local roasters, I would support them. I need to travel to get some local roasters. So we have a TDS of 12.57. So that's right on point where I like to be. 12.57. Okay, it's awesome. Let's go ahead and give this a taste. Cheers, y'all. Salute. Give this a taste here. Delicious. Like, this is one of the best shots I've ever had with this Kimbo coffee. Like, it's light. The mouthfeel is just kind of like ripples on the tongue. I'm not even joking with y'all. Um, I pulled shots that were about the same weight, and it tasted like more in your face. This is an Italian roast. So, I mean, this is straight up Italian Neapolitan coffee, and it was just like intense. The intensity levels were crazy. If you watch my video, this was the coffee I was using. Absolutely delicious. Very well balanced. Well balanced is the way I'll definitely put that. So, probably what I would recommend to myself and what I might do on another one is with these same beans is use this profile and go a little bit finer because I did think it came out a little too fast. But basically, here's how it looked on the system here. So, I mean, this is what's awesome about this. I mean, you really got the full everything. I mean, it shows you your pressure levels, where you're at, where you should be, from up top. This thing is wild, guys. It is really cool. So I'm telling you, this is what I really wanted to kind of get geeky and into. So I have some profiles, and I'm wondering if I could add them. Let me let me see if I could add them on really quick. Let's see here. So Alexis, I hope you're happy, my friend. I tried your first one, your first recommendation, and it is the best one in my opinion. Let me see if I have this. Okay. Okay. So basically, I would go into my profiles. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome, man. That's awesome. And then you go to add. Guys, I've never done this before. Simple profile, pro profile. I think I have some pro profiles. Oh, this is for creating one. Man, maybe I'll have to do this later and figure out how to upload it because I know there's a way that you go to the Discord and basically upload them. Let me see. Is it this? Oh, I just downloaded a profile. Okay. I don't want to delete anything by accident. Add new profile. Hmm. Okay. I'll figure this out off camera, guys. This will be another video. I'll do a full video on this because I think this is something I've looked around, guys. Um, GaggiMate is still pretty new. As far as like the ones that have been out there. Yes, it is a Bluetooth scale. So the scale is the difluid scale. So it's the microbalance, and it is 100% synced. The Buku is really cool. A lot of folks have the Buku that's a lot smaller than this, but definitely, yeah, the scale is synced, and is there for sure. Um, a lot of folks, when I was kind of looking at should I go with GaggiMate or Gaggiuino, a lot of folks were like, I would go Gaggiuino. I was getting a lot of people telling me go Gaggiuino because you can do the built-in scales into the water tray, the 3D printed one, And I understand why someone would recommend that personally, but when you already have Bluetooth scales, I haven't had zero issues with the Bluetooth connectivity, and it's worked perfect. I really, really love that feature, and it's perfect. Like I have not had any lag. It's not a big distance it needs to travel. Distance wise, it's not like you're gonna have weirdness, but it connects and everything's perfect. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I watched the tutorials on people printing out those scales and adding the little hey Rob, adding the what are those called? The actual devices that read the weight. It's their name is escaping me, and it looked a little like it, very. You need to be you need to be a little tech savvy. So again, I'm really happy I went with this personally. But yeah, it's really really good. I'm enjoying it. Oh, cool. So you have the dye fluid as well. Cool. You like it more than the buku. It's too. You think the buku's too small? I kind of want to get one just to try them. Kind of head to head. But I have two of these, so that tells you how much I like them. I have a black one and I have a white one. I just they're very accurate. I really love using the app when I'm doing pour overs. I have zero complaints on these scales. I use them quite a bit. My son has one in the kitchen, and I have one here in my coffee corner. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead. Let me choose another profile, and let's do another poll because I am very curious. So, let's see here. Let me. Yeah, I'm just checking my temp. So I'm going back into profiles, and the adaptive was really good. And here's just a traditional 9 bar pump. So here's the 9 bar pump, and the adaptive was my probably my favorite of the three that I tried on my video. You know what? Let's do the other lever. I'm going to try that out. We're going to see how these two compare. I have a little bit of coffee here, and I'm just kind of curious now. Um, I will go just a touch finer, just a touch. Okay, and let's go ahead and get some more beans. Yeah, I use for my small scale, I have an iCap, and this is a really good. It has a long battery life, this iCap, so I've been pretty happy with it. I'm gonna use the exact same beans just so I don't change any more variables than I need to. Okay. And I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna do about 17 and a half on this one. The recipe says 18, but there's part of me that just kind of didn't want to put too much strain on it right now. I know that sounds goofy, but it's kind of like I've mentioned this before. It's kind of like if you were putting a new car part on a race car or something, and you kind of want to break it in a little bit before you go to the full throttle. Uh, even though I actually did a pressure test um, with running the back flush and doing a couple things to pressure test it before I completed my video. Once I had that small leak, guys, I was determined to get it fixed. And all the folks on the Discord were such a great help. So any of you all that are on Discord, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. The GaggiMate team is just awesome. The folks the designers, the people that run they're all coffee geeks like us, and the passion that they have for what they do just really is admirable. Guys are a lot of them are based in Italy. It's just really cool. They're a very good group of people. And that's what was kind of blowing me away, how nice everyone was. I heard rumors about another version where if you made a mistake, people were really quick to kind of judge you on it. And I'm not a big fan of that. I don't know if there's any validity because I'm not part of that other community. But I'm always, what kind of drives me nuts is that if you have a question and you're willing to ask that question, it probably means that it took you a little bit of courage to do that. No one wants to feel stupid, you know? And the one thing I don't like, and I love more about the coffee community than any other community, is people are willing to help each other out. But every now and then, I've asked questions before, and was like, dude, don't you know this? Why are you using this? Why are you doing it this way? And it's like, whoa, back off. I'm a newbie. I'm raising my hand. I'm just trying to get some help. And that's kind of one of those things where, you know, um, it meant a lot to me that I could ask a question and it wasn't like I was going to get crazy judgment. So I'm just saying, some other communities that I've kind of been involved in aren't that nice, and they all should be. All right, so here is a puck. You want to see that? Ooh, that is so hot. I've got to empty my pucks here pretty soon. You guys have a puck problem? I have a puck problem. I make too many pucks. All right, so let's go ahead. Got this nice and dry. Got my hot shorty. Goodness gracious, I think it's hot. Let's clean it off. Got my coffee. I love how this cup fits into the 58 so well. Okay. Okay. Awesome. What is the puck problem? Yeah, man. My puck problem is I have too many pucks. Yeah, I could fill up um my knocker in like a day or two because I do a lot of testing and stuff when I get these grinders and stuff in. And sometimes my wife, she makes fun of me because I've kind of turned our house into a cafe. Uh, I have like 3 espresso machines in the kitchen right now, and I'm I just got another grinder that came in the mail yesterday, guys. Oh my goodness. I thank God for my wife. Thank God that she is uh, understanding because it cracks me up. She's a very supportive person, and I'm thankful for that. I just got a new Toonie E1. So Toonie is releasing a new color, and they know that I really like the Toonie, and I like that grinder, and I've done the videos. There's a lot of folks that really have it, so they want me to kind of show you all the new color. That's the only difference. It's just a new color. So I'm gonna go ahead and show that on my Amazon. Um, Guys, I partner with my wife on my Amazon, so some stuff's from my wife, and some stuff is my wife telling me to make videos on Amazon. So I've shared this before, guys. My wife's an Amazon influencer. She has a social media channel. She talks about home decor and all that good stuff. Um, because of that, she will get stuff from Amazon to do videos on, and then we share our Amazon storefront. So we both do, I do the espresso stuff, she does everything else, or vice versa. So yeah, I got that new grinder. Okay, awesome. Let's go do some distribution on this bad boy. Yeah, guys, I get super excited about new gear. There's just no other way to say it. Okay, and I'm going to use the V6. I've been really loving this, and I love the price point that they're selling at. That's my favorite thing. 26 bucks. That's not bad. Um, all these people, all these different brands are starting to get ready for their Black Friday specials. I know iCap's going to have a bunch of them, and if any one of you are looking to get an Owl espresso machine, Gemini just reached out to me and said that the Owl is going to go down to, and this is kind of insider information. It's going to go down to like 319 or 3 something, like really cheap. So the Owl is a great budget machine. But yeah, that one's going to go down for Black Friday like crazy amount. They have a new machine they just debuted. I forget his channel's name. Coffee at Home. He just did this really cool video. Like if you guys aren't subscribed to his channel, go check him out. I think he's based somewhere out in Asia, and he has a lot of really cool connections. It's a team of people that run his YouTube where they get stuff really early from some of these coffee brands. I really like his channel. I'm such a big fan. Um, but he just got it. Oh man, I forget the name of it. But if you go to Gemini, there's a Kickstarter. It's basically the successor, I think, of the Powerhouse and Turnt Legato and Me Coffee Apex. It's kind of like that same built, but it looks fancy. And I don't know if they're going to sell it through any other channels or that they're just going to sell it themselves, but it's a cool machine. So that's really awesome. All right, guys. So we got our coffee loaded. We're going to do Dominas. And it could have been the creator. I guys, I'm kind of ignorant to this. It could be an actual machine. Please, someone tell me in the comments if it's a machine or if that's the person who made the profile. Either one. Let me make sure I get my brew temp up, and then we'll get pulling this. Okay. So I'm gonna go back into my dashboard. There we go. No need for a flush. We're nice and fresh. Yeah, guys, it's crazy. There's a lot of new gear that comes out, and there's a lot of new machines, and they all kind of blow my mind because things just keep getting cheaper and cheaper. And there's a lot more innovation that's going on these days that just I don't even know where to start sometimes. Um, the Gemini system has a boiler thermoblock hybrid. It's crazy. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. So that one is the La Marcosa. Okay. Nice. Nice. Thanks, Rob. I really appreciate that. That's really cool. Some of those machines just blow my mind. I gotta pull out my Neo Flex and do a live with that sometimes. It's been a while since I've got that out. Guys, I like the Flex, but the Flare 58, oh, I keep thinking I wish I would have got that. All right, let's go ahead and pull the shot. So I'll do it from here. Oh, there. Nice. So I went a little bit finer. Nice. There we go. First drops. And there's the scale right here going, and that's going to stop. It's in a decline, 5.9 bars. Shoot, guys up top. So 4.9 going down, about 53 seconds. Got my temperature readout, 36 is what it's going to go at. And this is wild. Almost there. That's wild. Oh, that's so cool. So it's ending at about 33.8, a minute, 17 seconds. Zoom back out here, guys. Minute 17. Wow, that is wild. Totally cool. I can't help but to geek out about this kind of thing. This is the reason why I got this. So, all right, let's taste this coffee. Okay, nice. All right, so wow, look at that crema. Definitely more crema on that. Probably because it went finer. Okay, put on the refractometer for fun. Let's give it a little stir. Yeah, nice terrier striping there. So I break it up. Okay. Let's see where we're at TDS wise. Okay, cool. 10.2 10.95 for the TDS reading. So 10.95. Same amount of coffee, different way it's pulled. So that is really cool. Here's the reading. I'll pull this up while we're talking. Give us a little taste. Oh, that's really good. Wow. So again, smooth, same thing. Very smooth. Definitely tasting that milk chocolate taste. Now I know this other one is cold. This was the other Liverpool. Liverpool, that sounds like I just said. Very similar. I mean, it's just super similar. I don't even know if I could tell these apart, but they're delicious. They're absolutely delicious. Man, that is so good. I wish I could send this to you guys right now. This is fine. Very nice. Smooth. Some of the smoothest coffee espresso I've ever pulled. Like it, and this is again, this is I'm using a Neapolitan, uh, dark Italian. So this is crazy. Delicious. I couldn't even stop drinking that one. Absolutely delicious. I am 100% happy with that. That is fantastic. So, really cool. Oh my goodness. Guys, I really can't wait to get more into doing the deep dive with the profiles. I literally I've basically spent about a week just really making sure that it was installed right and I wasn't having any issues. I did the paint job, I did everything. So I'm really happy with it. You guys can't, if I'm not saying that already, I'm telling you guys right now, I'm extremely happy with this. Very fulfilling, very rewarding. Price wise, I think I said this on my video. I'm in for 250 for this. The GaggiMate, um, a little bit minus shipping, was like 220 basically, and then probably I've done my light upgrade, my panels, my wood knob, probably another, I don't know, but basically about 500 bucks. So for 500 bucks, I've got a profiling machine. So I'm stoked. If anyone's ever thinking about doing this, I'm telling you guys right now, I would really recommend it. But just give yourself patience, take it slow, plan stuff out, do your research. The one thing that I really felt was kind of a thing was there was all the right information was attainable. You know, I could find it in little pieces here and there, but like the video that they did with a live stream wasn't the actually he did do the pro, but it was already the plumbing was already installed, so it was kind of like it was a great live stream, but the plumbing wasn't really in there, so I had to go through the actual walkthrough, which you should go through, and then I went to the Discord and asked a lot of questions and all that. So it was kind of like I just had to find it a bunch of different places, you know. So yeah, guys, I am tempted to do another one of these, and I've already told my wife, be prepared because I will probably think about doing another one uh, pretty soon. Well, I don't know about soon. We'll see. We'll see how soon. But yeah, guys, this was a lot of fun for sure. Um, Goodness, just really cool. Definitely recommend it. But man, just do your research. That's the big thing. Do your research. Oh my goodness gracious. Well, guys, let me know what you think. If anyone has a CF64V, this big bad boy here, let me know if there's anything you recommend. Again, I'm be putting together the video here pretty soon for it. I know I've kind of showed it, like I think this is the second live I've showed it on, and I did it in my video, but I'm gonna do a dedicated video towards that just because I want to go through breakdown how to do it, and I might even swap the burrs out just for fun, because it's that easy. But if anyone has one and they have any suggestions for me, definitely let me know. Um, yeah, guys, I got a lot of videos planned out, hopefully real soon. I definitely am going to be doing that out, and gotten a lot of questions about the out. And did y'all watch the video that Lance did on the iCap? Because I thought that was really cool. It kind of blew my mind that he did that. Um, I had just made the video on it, and then Han did one as well. And this is the 51, the 58 I have set beside me here. But here's the 51, and this thing is killer. This thing is awesome. Um, I've been extremely happy with this, guys. Now I'm going to show the reason why I brought this out. I'm going to show you something. This is the one by Me Coffee. And this kind of goes back to the point I was making before. And this is kind of the thing I want to point out, guys. And just something to remember, okay? So, Me Coffee and this one right here, they're made by the same OEM, guys. They're literally made by the same OEM. So, this is a very good quality one that Me Coffee does. And it's awesome. It's 51, okay? But the same original part manufacturer. Basically, oh, this is the 58. I'm sorry. This was the 51. This is the 58. But the 51 and this one and the Me Coffee one are basically like brothers, you know. That's kind of the thing that I do kind of say that I hope everyone understands is that you know when you get stuff, sometimes it's coming from the same places. So that's just something to keep in mind. You know, some things are, I like to call them cousins. That's the best way to put it. Sometimes they're a little bit like cousins from the same family. So it's just important to think about. You know, that's kind of the main thing. Uh, there's stuff out there that is very similar, and it's very similar for a reason. Definitely. Oh, okay, cool, Rob. I'm gonna read your comment here, buddy. So you like to install the GaggiMate Pro on the Turnt Legato version 2? Yes! Yes, do it, man. That would be awesome. Or the Profitec? Yes, absolutely, with a larger boiler. I'm telling you, a little bit of a secret. I know that they're already planning on doing a Turnt Legato uh thing. There, I know that people have done it. There is someone out there that's done Turnt Legato and GaggiMate, but I know that's something that they kind of have been thinking about. And I have my version 1 of the Powerhouse. It doesn't have the OPV. If I had version 2, I would totally do that. 100%. Unless I install an OPV in that thing, then maybe I would do it. But I don't know. I was literally just talking to my wife about this. I might have to get the Turnt Legato version 2, the one you have. I might have to. I just might. You know, I told my wife, I'm like, hey, I might have to spend $500 and get a new machine. Because seriously, the Gaggiamate in that machine would be so rock solid. Um, there's another group that's doing kind of a decent, I forget their name, it's driving me crazy, where they have the iPad looking thing connected to it. And that just blows my mind. They're basically turnt legatos. I mean, they're Me Coffee Apex, the Gemini machine. Ah, this is the stuff that keeps me up at night. I wake up at 4 in the morning. I start getting on Discord and Reddit, and looking at coffee gear and thinking about this stuff. Y'all, my wife's like, "Why aren't you sleeping?" I'm like, "I'm looking at coffee things." Anyway, I hope I'm not the only one that has those problems, but I think amongst our group of people here, maybe I'm not the only one. But yeah, that would be awesome. I'm telling you, man, if you do that, please let me know. Uh, Connect with me on Instagram, send me pictures, all that good stuff. Because that would be awesome. I really want to see them do a tutorial on how to do that for that machine. I don't know if I'm willing to be the guinea pig for it, but I don't know. Maybe I am. All right, guys. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for hanging with me. I really am thankful for y'all. The best way you can support me is just subscribing. I only share this every time. You click on any of the links I share. They are affiliate links. You never pay more, never pay less, but a small percentage will go back to us. Help me buy some beans. That's really the only reason why we do that. Like I said, I share that with my wife, so she's all into her social media in any way. Guys, I really appreciate you. Hope you have a great rest of your Sunday. Hope you're hanging out with your family, friends, taking it easy. That's what Sundays are for, just to chill. And that's what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. I just had not gone live, I think, all week because I've been stuck in Gaggia world. But I really appreciate y'all. Thanks so much. Have a great one, okay?